We always say that Saab design is Scandinavian design. But what is Scandinavian design? Some of you already know that, but for us at Saab, it's design with a purpose, design with a reason. And that is also true to German design. So what then differs between a Saab and a German car? And I brought two objects with me to try to visualize that and explain for you. Perhaps it's a bit exaggerated, but it gives you a hint of what we mean. Here I have a metal ball, polished steel ball, and that is, to me, German design. It's perfect, it's flawless, and it's definitely made by machine. A precise object. Here, on the other hand, I have a stone which is basically the same shape as the metal ball. You can apply the same words to it when you describe it. It's minimalistic, definitely no gimmicks, and honest use of material. And that is Scandinavian design to me, organic and intriguing. So, that was the philosophy part of the presentation. Let's talk about the car instead. When we at the design department started out this project, we had some very good foundations to work from. The current 9.3 has very good proportions, good stance, good wheel-to-body relationship. But we saw that we could add some more presence on the road for the car, a bit more self-confidence. And when we did the RX concept car, we explored and evolved the classical Saab cubes, but in a much more modern and progressive way. So if we then look at the new face of the car, which is probably the most expressive face of Saabs to date. You're familiar with the three-hole grille. Also the clamshell or wraparound hood, something that we had on classic cars, including the original iconic Saab 900 and 900. On this particular car, we call it semi-wraparound hood, which means that it's a wraparound hood in the front and to the fender, but then it curves back into an insert hood when it reaches the A-pillar, creating this very characterful line and quite dynamic line. And also when it comes around the corner on the side instead of the top of the hood, it creates some width to the face. That is also helped of course with the headlamps that are wrapping over to the side. Talking about the headlight, we have a very important feature, something that you saw when you entered the room here, that we call signature lighting. And it's like a thin eyebrow that accentuates this horizontal flow of the hood shut line. It's actually the positioning light, so it's lit day and night. And as I said, when you enter this tunnel, it gives a lot of character to the car, even when it's dark. There is also an optional bi-xenon cornering light to help you to see through bends on this car. The cars that are displayed here on the stage are all aero cars, which means that we have unique bumpers, front and rear, and we adopted a aircraft-inspired theme in the lower part of the bumper that also helps us to differentiate the aero to the other forms within the 9.3 range. If we then move to the side view of the car on this Sport Combi, purity and simplicity has been the key words, and I think it's very evident here on the Sport Combi. It's very clean and uncluttered side, and we basically try to delete as many elements as possible. The door, the rub strips on the door, for instance, are gone on the Sport Combi and the Sport Wagon. We have new, cleaner door handles. We have color-coded rockers on all cars. And of course there is a new wheel offer also on the new 9.3 range. And the one we see here are new 18-inch wheels that dramatically contributes to the side view and the stance of the car. There will also be two new exterior colors. Well, this is one of the new colors called Snow Silver. It's actually the same color as on the Aero X. If we then move to the rear of the car, we have put a lot of emphasis on dealing with the plant curve and the section of the bumper to try to make them more integrated in the overall shape of the car. So you see the car as one unit. The taillights are now in line with the Sport Combi on the convertible and the sedan. So generally you could say that we try to harmonize the three cars within the family. Another example of that is that the opening handle now are the same finish on all three cars. That was exterior wise. If you now look at the interior, things has happened there too. Last year we introduced a much more evolved and cleaner cockpit layout on the 9.3. And we of course carried that through into the new 9.3 and kept on refining and improving. And one of the most important, I think at least, is that we're replacing the gray room color to a black room color. So it's a much more distinctive and sporty feeling to that. We also get a new type of leather. It's a new natural high premium leather, which is very soft to touch and very comfortable to use. And that comes in three colors. Sound system has also been updated, upgraded. The top of the line versions has a Bose sound surround system with high performance speakers, now situated also in the rear doors of the Sport Wagon and the Sport Sedan. To sum up the visuals of the 9.3, the new 9.3, I would say that we've taken a great step forward to meet the sporty and very fun to drive characteristics of the 9.3. So, thank you very much. I hand over now to Henrik Bjerkelund that will talk a bit more what's happening underneath the skin.